Morning, folks. Hope you're well. It's been a while since we've chatted, and I've got a few minutes this morning. So I thought I'd pass on to you another one of the many things that my teachers taught me about various aspects of being active as a musician, as a music student, and et cetera, et cetera. But mind you, this particular one, I think, might have broader applications to this, but specifically what I'm dealing with today is sort of a practice technique of that Janice Stephens, my undergraduate piano teacher, who I studied with and learned a great deal from over 3 years. And basically, what this is, what Jannie did. And she was known and loved by many as Jannie. What Jannie gave me a way of keeping track of things in practice and in rehearsal. And it's a fairly simple thing. As a matter of fact, you'll probably go, why didn't I think of that myself? Because I did when I found it, but it was really very effective. And basically, there are two parts to this. The first is something that I occasionally will refer to as the tally mark system of practice organization. So, and it's relatively simple. And the idea is that every time you do something, if you do something right 5 times in a row, or if you get better at something 5 times in a row, then move on to the next challenge. Okay, so say for example, I don't know, like you're working on a particularly hard rhythm or whatever. You're trying to learn how to perform it, right? Every time you do it right, take a sheet of paper and put a mark on that. And when you do it right again, do that. I can turn it on like that, right? Like so. And when you've done it 5 times in a row correctly, or better than you were when you started, then you stop that exercise and move on to the next thing. This is a wonderfully simple and directly beneficial approach to this, because what it does is it's an immediate reinforcement of the fact that you've done something that you found challenging correctly, or better than you were at the beginning of the session 5 times in a row. And that I think generates a huge lift of confidence, because you've done something right that you were having trouble before with. All right, that's the first thing. Number 2, and this is something of my own, is that when you go into a practice room, you should go in with a plan. You should try to go in with a plan. Know what it is that you're going to do in, say, like the 45 minutes that you've devoted to practicing. Have a list, and then work through each one. And when you do something right 5 times or better than you were 5 times in a row, then you move on to the next. And say you've got like 6 things you want to get through, right? And when you get through the 6 things, or when the 45 minutes is up, you stop immediately. Get up and get on with the rest of your day. Get on with the rest of your day. Because if you do that, if you devote 45 minutes to something, or a set of something, keep track of your progress like this, it's amazing how quickly that 45 minutes will go by. It really is. If you're organized, if you know what you're going to do, you go in with a list and you work through it, or as much of it as you get to, and then get up and get on with the rest of your day. Because after you've done that physical, actual practice, your head will continue to work on it subconsciously, and over a long period of time, with a lot of repeated practice, oh God, I can't get this right. What am I doing? Oh yeah, well I guess that's a little better. Over a long period of time, that you will gradually get better. And I can tell you from direct personal experience that this works. It really does. So, all right, so that's sort of the first two prongs of my little presentation to you today. Number one, organized practice with a list. And number two, tally marks to keep progress. Now, the last thing that Jannie taught me, and this it really helps. It's a way of focusing your mind and clearing your head as much as possible with the clutter before you go into doing something. Say, for example, this is something that Jannie would do. I saw Jannie do this a lot when she was going on stage to give a concert or to give a piece, play a piece somewhere. What she'd do would be to find a quiet spot, close her eyes and put her head down, and work through the following exercise. It's a really good exercise. Number one is to imagine yourself in a room somewhere, and on one of the walls is written in large letters the same word 3 times. Relax, relax, relax. And then after you've read that in your mind, your eyes closed, and what you do is, basically what you do is with your eyes closed, you count backwards. You count your breath backwards from 50 to 1. So eyes closed, relax, and then 50. 49, etc. So you can count aloud if you want to, but she encouraged me to do it in my own head, and it's amazing. It probably takes about 2 or 3 minutes to do that, and it's amazing how much more centered, how much more focused, and how much more relaxed and how much more calmed down you can be after you've done that one little exercise. So a relaxed, focused mind and a procedure for dealing with tough challenges that can be applied not just to music, not just to practicing music, but all kinds of ways. And I found this to be extremely helpful over the years, and hopefully you will too. So anyway, that's my little rant for the day, and other stuff that my teachers taught me that you might find useful. So hope it does. Have a good day, and thank you, Jannie. Thank you so much. We love you all. We all love you. Everybody who studied with you loves you. Thanks, Jannie. See you guys later. Bye-bye.